What are you fucking giggling about now? You spam
He
eating
said,
asshole.
Here we go, and then we all went silent, and there was like a moment of silence.
And when the fuck has that ever happened? Get right into it, Steve. You ready? You ready to go?
Let's go, man.
Let's go.
I've been off.
This is the Fortean Slip, episode 58. Cryptids and aliens and ghosts. Oh my. And I know I've done that tired little fucking trick before, but fuck you all. It's a free-form bullshit show. And finally, for your fucking listening pleasure, I secured the man most unable to be caught in a blurry fucking photo, Matt Knapp.
Who's this Matt Knapp?
Yeah, who's that guy?
who the fuck is that?
And Matt's like, but I was in the Washington Post.
I was published.
I could have been somebody, Chris. I could have been a contender.
But what are the odds of that? You know, like I get published in an article with another guy named Matt.
Right?
I think
80% of the readers just thought it was a typo and ignored it, you know?
And not only that, but you're both being tapped for the same exact subject.
For the same question. Wow. That's that cutting edge reporting. That's journalism at work.
Like, I remember when that happened and you reached out to me to let me know that it had happened. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, good for you, man. But, you know, sorry if this is kind of backhanded, but
I really think they reached out to me thinking I was the other Matt.
Well, hey, whatever it takes, man.
And then they had already asked me and I had agreed and done everything. Then they're like, oh, wait, that's the wrong guy.
No,
I'll take it.
We met the guy on the TV show.
Yeah, the famous one. Not the guy that nobody's ever heard of.
So it was basically a save face article that they put you in there.
I think so, yeah.
That's hilarious. If that's the case,
works.
Oh God, wouldn't I love to know that for sure? I would hold that over your head for the rest of your life.
Well, I'm admitting to it right now. You can't hold that over my head.
Oh, believe me, I'd still do it.
I mean, now if you hear me like talking to other people about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
The Washington Post reached out to me. I guess they had heard.
When you're trying to pull your big boy pants up.
Yeah. They're just like real underwear, Chris.
That's right. They're magic. And you have to live in Utah.
The magical state of Utah.
That's right. Good old. We now have Senator Mitt Romney.
Woo.
Crazy shit. Anyway, I think it was last week when we were doing the show. I said to Richard, I said, we haven't done a fucking freeform show in a while where Steve and I just bullshit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck it, let's do that. And I messaged you about it at some point this week and said, we're just doing a fucking bullshit show this week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. And Matt was technically supposed to be on the show last night with David.
Yeah, I was on the show last night. Behind the mic.
Producing,
yes.
Yes.
Directing.
Yeah. Producing oxygen into carbon dioxide in his living room.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I had a great show with David. And it was great to catch up with him. By the way, Matt, he said it was awesome getting to talk to you in the hangout the weekend before.
Yeah, that was great. I hadn't heard from David in like
ages. Like every once in a while, I'll wish him, like happy holidays, all that bullshit. I'll go through, the litany of, holidays we have throughout the year. I'll be like, hey, just say hi. But I was going back through messages and I hadn't talked to him friggin'. It had been a couple of years.
Well, I mean, considering he went through an entire, I guess he technically didn't, but he had another freaking kid. I mean,
yeah.
Last time I talked to him, he was the father of one.
Right. Now it's two. So yeah, that show came off really good, and I thought I thought David's and my flow was right on last night. So, and we went back over the this one will take and I'm gonna touch on it just a little bit because Matt's here. But we touched on the Browns property and footage.
That's pretty crazy because, as you know, the reason I wasn't able to make it last night is because I ended up recording and it ended up going way later than I thought it was going to. But I brought up the Browns.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
What a coinky dink.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
That is interesting. What were you talking about?
I was talking about something entirely different than what you were talking about. I was just talking about how the things, let's see here, the claims being made of the activity taking place at their property is identical to the type of stuff you hear about here with Native Americans.
Right.
And how different it is compared to the typical stories you hear about Bigfoot in the Pacific Northwest where they're located.
Right.
You know, you normally hear of the gentle giants. They're all stoic and loners and keep to themselves. And I just found that really interesting because we were talking about the connection between Native Americans and Bigfoot creatures. Nothing disrespectful or anything, but
right.
Something's going on there. But yeah, that's what we were
it's been a part of their folklore for for ages. I mean, anytime you hear any documentary or TV show, they bring up the fact that the Native Americans have been claiming to have been seeing these tall, hairy creatures, for long before we came along.
Right. Well, not to derail your show or anything, but what we were talking about is
derail this show.
Dude, I told you we're just fucking going wherever.
Talk about whatever the fuck you want.
Go tell it to Ozzy Osbourne. But crazy train reference for those that missed it, Steve.
That's right. Yeah, well, I missed it.
But no, we were talking about how there's like television shows and documentaries kind of focused around these two brothers that go around searching for giants, like skeletons and stuff like that, and how there's been so many documented finds of actual gigantic human-like skeletons that have been found and just disappeared for some reason. Usually whenever turned over to the Smithsonian. But several of those cases, the gigantic skeletons, and whenever I say gigantic, we're not talking 20 feet or anything, but 8 feet, 9 feet, have been found in Native American burial mounds. So that's kind of weird.
If they're finding giant skeletons in some kind of burial mound,
we have
ancient fucking giant aliens.
We had a local burial mound here that they allegedly
the snake mound.
No, but it's part of
mound.
Was it like in your backyard? Did you report it to the cops?
It's part of that series.
Someone was living at my house, and then a mysterious burial mound showed up in the backyard, man.
No, there's a whole
That's the type of story you'd expect to hear from Steve.
Are you going to let me finish?
In that tone. No, I had to get this one out, asshole.
Is this going to be one of your Thunderbird stories where you didn't actually see anything?
No.
I'm listening.
There's a whole series of mounds in Ohio. I'm sure you're aware of that, Matt.
Yes.
Okay, well, we're on the most northern part of Ohio, which is where allegedly they started, and there was lots of lore in this area about those giant skeletons being found right here in the town that I live in.
Wow.
The mounds are gone now because, farmers over the years plowed them down and shit like that. But there's actually a couple. There's one that still exists, and there's a cemetery on it now. But, yeah, we had them here, the giants. And, of course, they all disappeared, just like you're saying.
Yeah, there's some interesting information out there if anybody chose to, research it. And,
I did a lot of research on that back in, say, 2012-ish. And it's amazing how many stories of giant skeletons, there were. Now, how come we don't still find them? That's what I want to know.
Right. And it's just kind of, it's one of those things that's just kind of weird where it's like, there are a lot of those stories. So where did they come from? Like, if you're going to make up a story that seems kind of like a weird one, like, did you know that they found giant skeletons and burial mounds? And
well, the ones here had allegedly double road teeth and all that.
Right. Same thing.
Yeah. And they found them all the way from, well, I live in Ohio, but all the way into Pennsylvania, even all over to Erie when they were digging this railroad bed, to put the railroad down.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it wasn't just here, but it was in this region. And I'm sure all the way down to where you're at, Oklahoma, there's probably lore about that too. And it's all over like the old newspapers from say the 1860s and shit and earlier. How did you do that, Richard?
How did he do what?
There was a little thought bubble above his head.
He had a thought bubble?
He was thinking.
Oh, there it is.
Posting in the chat room, in the group chat on the Hangout.
Oh.
You fucking nana.
And speaking of which, I wanted to, get to that, Richard. The question that you had posed. But if you have something, continue.
I was going to say, I was trying to convey the question from the chat room in the most inobtrusive way possible. You cowboy hat wearing cunt.
Well, you nailed it.
You caught his attention, but you have to use the thought bubbles.
Here's the thing.
You have to use cutesy little things that look like boobies.
Can you speak in just emojis? Only in the color green.
Richard, what was the question?
It's in the group chat, you pillock.
Well, I didn't have the group chat pulled up, and that's why
okay. Fucking fine. All right, fine. The first question was there any new Todd Standing news?
Yes.
Oh,
there is.
Well, there is.
Well,
yes,
for one, we got the news, and it was a little while ago. I can't remember how long ago, but that what happened with his court case in Canada? He got
laughed out of court.
Yeah, basically. Okay, all right. Yeah. So, and he's been supposedly behind the scenes helping Claudia.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So what's the new Todd Standing news? Wait a minute. We need a montage of Todd running through the woods on a snowmobile, in a quad, on a fucking, on a side by side. Fucking.
If anybody knows how to manipulate video, and you can get us clips, so say Bear Grylls with Todd Standing's head, that would be great.
For those of you who don't know who Todd Standing is, he's some douchebag from Canada.
You've almost
narrowed it down, Steve.
Yeah.
From California to Canada.
No, there aren't a lot of douchebags in Canada. I mean, they're all good people, but he's
except for him.
Yes,
that's right.
No, he's a good guy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, the news that I have, it's news to me. I don't know if it's news to everybody else, but like, he's trying to raise funds again. Selling his trips out into the woods,
where he won't take you to Sylvanic, the most active place in his fucking research area, but he'll take you to someplace else.
He'll take you someplace similar to Sylvanic.
That has no real activity.
Well, my
$500.
I'm sure you guys are somewhat aware of my running theory about there's this guy that did makeup work and special effects in movies, and he had hooked up with Todd, and then the guy died.
Yes. And
then Todd comes out with these amazing photos that look like fake Bigfoot heads, and video.
Right.
So, I kind of think that, maybe that guy was responsible and they had a falling out, which has been documented. They really did have a falling out.
Right.
And after he passed away, Todd took advantage of that and used the materials that had been developed for the film project Todd was working on.
Right.
Well, since that's happened, Todd's video and photo abilities have apparently gone downhill
Oh,
I mean, he has new pictures, but they're just like horrible quality, and they kind of look like an old fake Bigfoot head, kind of slumped over, sitting on a stump or something. Like, because he can't take the photo and wear the mask at the same time. I don't know.
Why did he have to die?
The other day, I ran across a new video of his where now he's claiming at some point, and maybe, like I said, it's old news and I just wasn't aware of it, but now he's claiming that a Bigfoot actually saved his life.
Oh.
Not to be outdone by, Dr. Johnson and the miracle Bigfoot cure.
The miracle of the cure of cancer.
Yeah. Bigfoot laying hands or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I didn't continue the video or anything, so
okay, so
I know it's kind of just dangling the carrot. But yeah, out of nowhere, Todd was talking about how you often hear of all these on these other shows, whatever shows he's talking about, how people talk about aggressive Bigfoot encounters and they'll eat you and they're dangerous. And you never hear about Sasquatch saving humans like they did for him.
Yes.
On this episode of Sylvanic, Todd gets carried back to his fucking campsite. And
after fighting a grizzly
yes,
to near death,
a Bigfoot saves his life and tucks him in.
Ugh.
It's such bullshit.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We pretty much stopped following that shit, 2-3 years ago anyway.
Well, no, listen,
changed.
Steve. When did the documentary hit Netflix?
Oh, that was last year?
Right. And we all watched it and we did the show on it.
Yes, we did watch it, but we quit following Bigfootery.
And I want you all to know that I convinced David Batdorf to watch it.
Oh my god.
What an evil thing to do.
I'm like, if you want to see the worst documentary you've ever seen in your life.
Aren't documentaries supposed to document something? Because that one really...
It did. It documented Todd's ability to run through the forest in camo, a ghillie suit,
yes.
To ride a snowmobile, a four-wheeler.
He was riding that 6-wheel thing, wasn't he?
That had like a quad or no, side by side or some shit like that. I don't know what the fuck they're called, but yeah,
a GI Joe snowcat.
That's right. GI Joe, Rise of the Cobra. Fuck yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I'm like, dude, if you have not seen it and you need a good laugh, I mean, obviously, don't fucking look at it like it's real. Right. In any fucking way, shape, or form, but I mean, just fucking look at it like it's a laugh riot, because it is. Like I think by the third time they did the cutscenes of Todd running and driving and skiing and snowboarding, and
I mean,
fucking, I'm literally sitting there laughing like, what the fuck is this?
But there's so many people that do believe it, Chris.
Yeah, I know. That's
the scary thing. Because, I mean, like, let's be logical about it. First off, none of it's real.
Right.
All of the fake heads look different. We've been over that. It's been, I mean, geez, beaten to death. But,
oh, yeah.
If it were true, you have a guy sitting in Canada, like popping up GoFundMes left and right and trying to sell this piece of shit documentary to people.
Yeah.
Selling Bigfoot trips out into the wilderness where nobody sees anything.
Mm-hmm.
He would be like a world famous videographer. I mean, like Nat Geo would hire the guy. He's like doing amazing film work, capturing these fantastic high def images of a creature never proven to exist. I mean, the dude would be a millionaire one way or the other.
Oh yeah.
Here's how I know. I mean, even if I didn't know anything about Todd Standing before I watched that documentary, he takes Dr. Meldrum, who's a scientist, out into the, I don't know, it wasn't really the wilderness, but he doesn't take him to the place where the Bigfoot are. He takes him to some other place.
No, he doesn't. He never takes anyone to Sylvanic, Steve.
But if you're trying to prove that Bigfoot's real and you can find it in Sylvanic,
Take me to the land of the lost. I want to crawl through the magic cave.
Let's go to the journey. Go on the journey to the center of the fucking earth. God damn it!
You take the guy who can prove it there instead of some other place where you put fucking apples on branches and something eats them.
Imagine that. Something ate an apple.
Wait. There are creatures in the woods.
There's no possible way that anything but Bigfoot could reach this apple, even though I just put it here with my hand. I mean, come on.
Never mind that squirrel.
And let's not forget, Dr. Meldrum also admitted that he saw a shadow.
Yeah, whatever.
So did the fucking groundhog.
There were other people involved in that documentary that were there, and you caught glimpses of them every once in a while when they didn't edit. That woman that was there, she was supposed to be like the Bigfoot whisperer or some bullshit. I don't remember.
Yeah. The Bigfoot whisperer. But
they never put her in the documentary, so there must have been some sort of falling out or something.
Because she was batshit crazy.
Right. But what I'm saying is there were other people there. It wasn't just Meldrum and Stillman. There were other people on the film site.
And I don't think at the time that Meldrum had his, whatever you want to call it, I don't think he had tabs on where Standing and his ghillie suit were.
No, I don't think so either. Obviously, you're going to want to try to impress Meldrum when he's there with you, you know?
Fucking, It comes across. I mean, I don't know how you guys felt about it when you watched it in the quote unquote film, but it seemed to me like it came off like he duped Meldrum. That's how it came off to me, and Bindernagel. Like he was definitely trying to fucking pull one over on Bindernagel too.
But, oh man, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
No.
But let's just say over the years, I have heard Bindernagel make some claims about certain investigations.
Mm-hmm.
And I have reached out to people that were close to him and discussed some of these things with them. And it's... Bindernagel wasn't exactly hard to dupe.
No, I don't think Meldrum's hard to dupe. I mean, obviously,
Meldrum will believe anything. If you
how many times has Meldrum had?
I think Meldrum will say anything if you pay him enough.
How many times has he had to come out and clear up something or make an apology for something, or you know what I mean?
Well, he's definitely careful about how he says shit.
Sometimes.
Out of all of them, I have to say that Meldrum does the dance the best.
Mm.
Well, yeah, because he also has a professional career.
Exactly. He does the dance the way that he has to do it. But it's obvious, like you're saying, like if they pay him, he'll fucking come out and he'll skirt around whatever they want him to talk about. He'll fucking around that fucking corner. But yeah. When I watched that, that's all I saw a guy just trying to use what people in the community would call accredited people.
Yeah.
To validate his claims.
Right. And that's all it was.
And this is what we run into time in and time out in this fucking field is people just trying to pass off bullshit and instantly have it verified and vetted, and it's fucking true. It's absolutely.
Well, how many times in the UFO community you get some, I don't know, crazy doctor dude who confirms everything just because that's what he does. I mean, he confirms everything.
Hey, Steve, I want you to know something. This is a side note. We're talking about UFOs.
Yeah.
And Matt will probably remember this story as well. My reference here. I just want you to know that I had some Chinese lanterns fly up past my window.
Nice. Like UFOs?
The other night.
Are you like trying to infer something here that
Steve, I would never try
Chinese
to
lanterns?
infer that you ever tried to put up a Chinese lantern video as a UFO video
And guess
without
what?
ever saying it was a UFO
I knew what it
and
was.
tried to act like, well,
just
yeah, but
wanted
I
to
just
see
did
a
it as an
response.
experiment.
And that's what it was.
You know who else said that? Fucking Gerald Foos.
I don't know who Gerald Foos is.
The inventor of foosball.
Yes,
Wow.
the inventor of foosball.
Well, that experiment worked out well.
He was the voyeur, the man who bought a fucking hotel and set it up to be able to watch all the fucking people inside it.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
I mean, no,
it was an
not good.
it was an experiment.
Yeah,
I watched him through the window.
Listen, years ago, 2011 maybe, I put up a video that was a Chinese lantern, and I knew what it was, and I just wanted to see how people would react to it, how gullible people really were, and they were.
Steve, let's get to the root of what you really wanted. Hits on YouTube.
No, that's not true.
Fuck off.
If I wanted hits on
Dude,
YouTube,
if I was to say fucking one person who tried to get fucking literally just find stuff that would get hits on YouTube, Steve Alcorn. You'd be like, hey, dude, I fucking posted this pink thing.
Oh my God, that was the greatest video ever. I got so many hits on that.
Oh my God,
The
man.
pink thing video, man. That was awesome. Now, of course, YouTube has since demonetized that entire channel, but whatever.
Right.
If I was just after hits, I'd still be doing it.
Well, I mean, no. Let's again go back to the truth of the matter, Steve. If you had a YouTube
Was the title of the video Chinese lanterns? Yes or no?
No.
Matt. This is the bigger one.
I forget what the title
If the
was.
channel was still monetized, you'd still try to cash in on shit if it was out there.
No, because I haven't used that channel in
Arizona
like 2
Bigfoot
years.
on the side of the highway.
Yeah, and I made good money on. I made what, $200
Fuck
off.
off,
Big-
Steve. Fuck you. You fucking totally would do it if something came out. You'd throw it up
Maybe.
if you had time.
Yes, maybe.
Maybe. Fuck off. Hey, how was your trip out to, what was it, North Carolina?
Yeah, wonderful.
Did you stop into anywhere near Raleigh by chance?
Raleigh? No.
Oh, okay.
Why?
I was just checking.
You been there, huh?
I may have been, Steve.
Yeah.
May have been.
The trip was great, except for the fact that I had flu the entire time. But I missed Christmas, man. Spent Christmas on the couch sleeping.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we heard.
Yeah.
We
No
heard.
All the photos.
Listen, that's what happens when you have, the type of sexual encounters that you have in.
I don't have.
That's what happens when you're an anti-vaxxer.
None of that is true.
Okay.
Steve.
Well, I did not get the flu vaccine, so if that makes me an anti-whatever.
I think it does. I think that qualifies, Matt. You?
Absolutely.
Yeah, see. He concurs, Steve.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Have
we have
either one of you.
Steve, I'm going to give you a
flu
break.
vaccine.
Yes.
Oh.
I can answer that question very
Matt?
quickly.
Well,
Yes, I've
see,
had it
here's the
before.
deal, Steve. Everyone else who lives in my home has had it.
The flu or the vaccine?
The vaccine.
Oh, so that protects you.
So that protects me.
Yeah, okay. But here's the way that works, Matt. My wife has had the flu vaccine. I have not. Guess which one of us got the flu?
Yeah, well, see, she was a carrier.
There it is. I never thought of it that way. I'm going to go blame her.
No, I was genuinely concerned for you, Steve.
Yes, I'm sure you were.
I was. The flu is a scary thing, man.
It was
Matt's one of those people that like checks his health by like the people that surround him or he sticks his penis into. Like he just goes and checks
Yeah.
up on him after a couple of years, and he's like, "They're looking all right. I guess I'm good."
Still good. I'm good.
Oh shit.
Wait a minute. She's looking kind of skinny. Hey, what's going on over there?
Oh, you lost your job. Okay.
Oh. Okay. All right. I understand. Got another one past the goalie.
We had a question a long time ago. Now, this isn't from me because I'm not allowed to look at chat room, but
You're talking about in the sidebar chat of the Hangout, Steve.
yes.
Steve, you are more than welcome to read that chat.
Okay.
The chat you are not allowed to fucking try to stay in is the one that for the show on YouTube because you can't not help yourself.
Well, anyway, so somebody in the chat room wanted to know about your new podcast, Matt.
My new podcast.
Yes.
Wow.
You have a new podcast?
Apparently somebody out there that actually listens to
Ladies and gentlemen, Matt's new podcast, The Fortean Slip.
The Fortean Slip, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. My new podcast. I'm going to assume that I know what they're talking about.
Okay.
There's a kicking around a new podcast idea.
All right.
About the weird things or other strange occurrences that people experience in the Bigfoot field.
Okay.
Which is going out of my safety zone quite a bit.
So like the woo side of things, that kind of thing?
Kinda. I mean, like, I'm not connecting anything to Bigfoot.
Right.
Okay, as far as my own beliefs are concerned, Bigfoot's flesh and blood, that's it. But giving a platform, I mean, you hear a lot of people talk about...
could be some type of supernatural creature.
No. But I mean, if somebody, saw some orbs or something and they want to talk about it,
Dust particles, yes, okay.
I'll listen.
Matt, I want to come on and talk about something.
It has to be something that you experienced.
Oh, it'll be an experience.
I'm sure it will be. I'm sure it will.
No, but there are some strange things that people observe or encounter.
I know.
Right.
During their journey in the Bigfoot world. A lot of people choose to connect the two for whatever reason. I don't, but I'd like to hear some of the stories.
Okay.
And, take a look at it. See what's out there. So that's what's going on.
What are you going to call it?
A real original name. It's going to be called Bigfoot Crossroads.
Oh.
In other words,
it will be on the same YouTube channel as Bigfoot Outlaw Radio, and it's just kind of a side project. The two aren't connected.
Are you still going to do Bigfoot Outlaw Radio?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, still doing that.
Yeah. Which has done quite well for you. I mean, it's better than this show did for you. Fucking face facts, man.
This show doesn't do shit for anybody.
That's right.
I mean, it's got an amazing fan base, and it's still growing.
We have the horrid stigma of wanting to tell the truth.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
And that's not to say that you don't. However,
you've got a pretty loyal fan base. The slip
you tend to delve into the stuff in a more open manner than we would.
Right.
We'd tear it the fuck apart.
Right.
Well, I mean, like, our main focus is sharing our own experiences. And like, if you guys have heard me talk about my sighting.
Mm-hmm.
And I say it very upfront. I don't have any proof of it. It's up to you whether you believe it or not. And that's kind of what we do with Bigfoot Outlaw Radio.
Yeah. Yeah, this is it. I mean, hey, believe it if you want. If you don't. And that's the way a lot of those types of shows did it. I mean, hey, let's face facts. Art Bell was a fucking master of just listening to people.
Yeah.
He would just let motherfuckers go on and on and on. And he just, yeah. Mm-hmm. Caller, you're on there.
Caller? Shots fired.
That's why he he wound up being as big as he was, and not even really all that big. Just big in a certain type of circuit of radio.
Oh hell, everybody knows who Art Bell was.
Right.
Though. Come on.
Right. So I mean, we definitely, and I knew that from the beginning. I'm like, you want to do an uncensored podcast, which a lot of people are going to go, like they use potty language and weren't going to listen. And then we're skeptical and we want to take a practical, rational look at shit and be honest about it, which is also frowned upon.
Yes.
By everyone involved.
I mean, like I'm, people who have, this sounds so conceited. Jeez. I'm not trying to sound like this, but like people who have followed my work.
Okay.
Wow. I mean, I'm known
Washington
for being pretty
Post
skeptical.
cited Matt Knapp.
Yeah, I mean,
speaking right now, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm
By the
just
way,
saying.
that's one of those times where I was fucking giving it to you on that.
I've
When
called
Matt
some
Knapp
motherfuckers
speaks.
out, okay?
When Matt Knapp speaks, people listen.
Steve and I have worked together to call people out.
We have, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I've, put some people on blast. So it's not that I'm not capable of doing that. It's just eventually you reach a point where, you know what, you can do that to anything.
Listen. I mean, for the record, and we had to concede on this point, which I never thought I would, but I just, after I talked to the guy, I was like, fuck, I want to have him on. And that was the John Teeter 2 guy. Okay.
Oh my God, that was great.
I literally threw everything about what I would normally do out the fucking window. And here's why. We get him into the fucking hangout. He's like, I don't want to be on video. And he leaves his fucking video on. Okay? Second.
Nobody look at him.
He couldn't figure out how to use Google Hangout. I mean, it was hilarious.
He's an amazing
From the future.
He's an amazing time traveler.
We don't have Google in the future.
So then he says to Steve and I, listen, if you guys, are gonna bash me in any way, or if I feel like it's gonna be hostile in any way, shape, or form, I'll shut it down.
But you didn't listen to the podcast in the future that you were on to find out if we do or not.
So I'm like sitting there and I'm like, oh fuck. I'm like, all right. I know how I'll salvage this. So I have him on. We start, and Steve was perfect. Steve was like fucking. I feel like we kind of did good cop, bad cop, but I did it by constantly referencing horrible time travel references.
Back to the Future.
Oh, dude, we went through the gamut, and Steve just kind of like carried him along the whole show.
We just let him spew his garbage.
Yeah.
We just let him go.
Steve got it to get it out, and I just sat there and just, oh god, it was time travel entertainment reference after time travel entertainment reference. Oh my god. And then I did the follow-up show the next week where we tore it down.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't, because I got so many messages. Why did you let that guy just ramble on? I'm like, did you not hear me? Like, do you think that any part of that was me going, yeah, this guy's legit?
So you don't think?
yeah. Exactly, Matt. We'll have a class after the show.
Well, I mean, yeah, but here's where my stance is these days. If it's a story or a claim based on somebody's own personal experience, there's no way ever to validate it.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's no point in picking it apart if it makes sense.
And the only time you can pick it apart is when there's evidence involved.
Right. So if it's a story
very
and I'm
rare.
sitting here listening to the story and it goes along with the things that I know about science and nature and how the world works, and it follows all the rules of, the earth. And, I can say
the flat Earth or the spherical Earth.
there's only one Earth, Chris, the flat one.
Oh.
But I'm saying if it sounds like, okay, well, yeah,
Actually,
that could happen.
Matt, before you keep going, Phil corrected me on the flat Earth. It's bumpy.
Well, yeah, it's not completely flat.
The bumpy Earth.
The bumpy Earth. So just keep that in mind.
But then,
future.
On the flip side, if somebody comes with a claim or a story that breaks the rules of science and common sense and logic, those I will challenge.
Yeah.
Like I used a portal to bring 25,000 Bigfoot to this planet.
Correct.
Whoa. Holy. Wait a minute. Was there a mass invasion?
There was.
Richard.
I just want to say.
No. I just want to say we did a fucking show on alien invasions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where was the fucking 25,000 Bigfoot from another dimension?
Why wasn't that in there?
I felt it was beneath contempt.
Okay.
What the fuck? Matt, I just want you to know that this is what I get.
I mean, I was going to ask, is it because I'm here or?
No. Not at all.
I mean, you got me my M&Ms, you picked out all the red ones.
Yeah, I mean,
Twizzlers.
Listen, that fucking list was very hard to fulfill, man.
Well, I thought the,
Listen,
37 issues.
Craft services is a bitch to get to go to your house.
I still don't know why you need penis cream, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, and a dick pump, Matt.
You know that there were stipulations on that.
Dick pumps and how they're my bag, baby.
That should be the title of this episode, actually. Dick pumps.
That would be the best.
Shit. We should have named the show in the first place.
Dick pumps?
Yeah.
I agree. We have another question from the chat room, gentlemen. Thoughts on Utah Sasquatch? Is that the one Nathan Rio?
The man formerly known as Utah Sasquatch. Yes.
Nathan Rio. His name is Rio, and he dances in the sand.
Is that dude still around?
Oh, Rio,
No.
Rio.
So there's
He
my
retired like last year.
Oh well.
Wait. Was this a Tim Fasano retiring?
No, you remember when YouTube started pulling its shit with the monetization and everything?
Yes.
That was about the time that Nathan Rio mysteriously.
all of a sudden, Bigfoot became not so important anymore.
Not so profitable.
Pretty much.
I see. Well then.
Strangely enough, a lot of people left YouTube at that time.
Timber Giant Bigfoot gone.
Yeah. What happened?
Other channels claim that YouTube shut them down.
Turned edgy.
I'm still there cussing them every time I post a video.
Yeah, fucking Christ. And lately, like almost everything goes through for me, monetization wise, but they'll pick out these weird ones and they'll hit them. And those ones will be whatever it is that it says.
They hit me every time. I could post the same exact video with the same description twice and one would get hit.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
There's no human intervention there. I think it's all.
No, I know. I've talked to them.
Yeah.
Like I have actually corresponded with people at YouTube, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And
they don't know. They don't know either.
Their attitude about it is that's just the way it is.
Yep.
That's the kind of celebrity treatment.
They're like the tax collector. Aha.
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
Nope.
They give a fuck got busted a long time ago.
Well, I mean, we're small potatoes. Even, I mean, Matt, you got a much bigger channel than we do, but you're still small potatoes in their eyes.
I'm not a blip.
Yeah.
You're not,
I'm nothing.
You're a sand on the shore. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be in the top 10 to really get them to respond to anything.
Like a grain of sand in the hourglass, Matt.
I mean, it took me bitching for a year to get an email.
Wow.
So
You actually went that far.
yeah.
Holy
Well,
fuck.
actually, this is the second time I've talked to him. I actually talked to him. I had a phone meeting with him.
Holy hell.
Yeah, big time. And I quickly learned during the meeting that it was just a fluff call from their customer service department.
It was just here. Put some oil on this.
Yeah, it was me complaining. Oh man, I don't know what's going on there. I'll have our guys look into it. Our guys, will you?
Yeah.
Fucking Jake from State Farm is going to have the guys look into it for me.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I just have seen some of the weirdest ones get hit. And it's like, I do this show every week. It's the same. I note on it that it's uncensored. I mean, and they just every so often will nail it. Like I think it was the Christmas episode, the Christmas special.
Huh.
It got hit for, it's not available for monetization.
Take Christmas out of it and it'll get cleared.
Could be.
No, I literally had a video that was flagged because I put Merry Christmas in the description.
Yeah, no, it's, with shit like that, I'll leave it. It doesn't mean enough to me.
No.
It just doesn't. Like, I want to be able to title the shit the way that I want. And I got over that whole thing of, like, you know, posting the perfect picture for the show, the perfect description to try and get the most amount of hits. I'm just fucking fuck that shit. It's the Fortean Slip episode. This is the fucking title. Take it. And I mean, if people want to listen to it, fine. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit enough about that part of it because that is too much pandering to me. It's too much like because then people note that you're clickbait.
Right.
And it's like, no, this is what we are. Enjoy. And that's kind of what pisses me off about getting hit for the non-monetization with YouTube.
Well, when mine was not monetized.
Richard,
anymore,
are you posting and fucking Bigfooting with Keith and Colin?
What?
Are you doing?
Are you fucking posting on Facebook while we're on the air?
It was just updating something, yeah.
Oh.
If that wasn't like a kid getting caught with the cupcake response, I don't know what is.
Your first obligation is to sit here, shut up, and be on this show.
His fucking response was, what?
Yeah, it was good. I just happened, I got my window up behind the Hangout, and it shows Facebook on the side. Then you know how you get the little notification that says Richard posted in Bigfoot with Keith and Colin.
He's posting fucking memes.
Oh, it was good.
Why do you guys keep Richard locked up in the basement like this?
This is why. So, Richard, what are the couple of updates we have on past stories? And wait a minute. Is this all legit stuff?
This is all legit.
Okay. Wait a minute. Richard, hold on.
Yeah.
The views and or facts you are about to hear may or may not be true. Richard, you may continue.
They are. I've actually vetted this stuff, all right?
Okay.
True.
I still go with it. Listen.
Okay, first of all, we have an update to Chris's favourite moment of the year, which was the Laurie Simmons tree thing. Brent Dill has finished his paper on that.
I thought he finished on the wait a minute. I thought he finished on the stump when he was fucking done jacking off after he fucking cut it down.
He wrote a paper?
He wrote an actual report up. It's very detailed. It's very scientific.
Listen, if I cut down a tree.
Come on, Brent. I mean, whatever. I don't care. But really, you had to write a report.
Brent, you could have done like a prison pocket pussy on the top of the tree, like wrapped like the fucking thing, put it in the cup, fucking squeeze it on your dick, just fuck it. You know what I'm talking about? No?
No.
He wrote a paper. Okay. This isn't fucking high school. Nobody assigned you to write a fucking paper.
No, here's the thing:
listen,
who's gonna
Matt,
read this shit?
He's trying to get some extra credit.
If you're a scientist, like an accredited scientist, and you're publishing in a journal, great. If you're not, fuck off. Like, it's not a paper, it's a fucking blog. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I read it, and I've been following this story, well, pretty much since day one, since the moment you said Tree Gate, since the moment she dumped him and he declared revenge on her. I've just followed it because it amuses me to know.
Is that when you know pussy's good?
No.
Yeah, that's it. When you're prepared to
listen. I mean, is that like if you? So she dumped him. Is that the news?
Yeah, he did. That's why she. That's why he dug up her tree.
Stop! Stop it!
Oh my god! You can't. And then he writes a scientific paper.
Yeah, he wrote
the tree.
He went.
I may be having Bigfoot problems, but I got.
You guys know the Laurie.
I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me.
Yeah, there's a Bigfoot living under a tree moaning.
Right.
No, well, not.
And
no,
lots of people said. And lots of people said, "Well, go dig it up," and she was all, "No, I can't do that." Well, Brent actually went and dug it up, so I'll give him credit for that.
Do you want to know what is fucking sickening about this whole story, and why I keep bringing
that we know about it,
and why I keep bringing exactly, and why I keep bringing it up? That we fucking know about it. That whole thing has been made public.
There's a woman who heard tell of a tree that makes moaning sounds at certain times. And the rumor was that there was a Bigfoot living beneath the tree in the ground, subterranean, making these sounds.
Right.
And then after breaking up with her boyfriend, in an act of spite and revenge, he went and chopped this tree down.
Yes.
He didn't chop it down.
No,
he dug it up. He dug it up. Anywho.
One man dug it up.
Apparently.
And we're supposed to... That just makes it even worse.
Yeah.
And then writes a paper about it.
And then, well, she wrote a paper about it too.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, I've seen multiple things written about it.
Well, she wrote a paper about it when it was still prior to digging, right?
When the park ranger or whoever discovered that it was dead tree branches causing the sound.
Just a tree.
Yeah, just a tree. I digress.
Yes,
I like it because we've all got that one ex that we want to really hurt.
Oh God, Jesus Christ, Richard!
But if she believed that Bigfoot lived beneath a tree, I wouldn't have gone out with her in the first place.
Well,
just saying.
Well, wasn't she just continuing her daddy's research or something? Wasn't that the deal? He believed that, so she was continuing his research.
Yeah, and I just Listen, I don't give a fuck what you say, Richard. I'm sorry, we're going to have to agree to disagree on this one. It was a complete dick move.
Yeah, I agree.
And the whole thing being made public, it was a dick move. It making everything public. Dude, listen, I may intimate that I may have had a relationship with somebody. And that it may have been bad on occasion. But do you ever hear me bring up specifics, really?
Well, apart from the time you were dumped in the city.
Well, that one.
That's not the relationship we're talking about, Richard.
I was pretty pissed about that one. So,
well, no, but you didn't try to ruin somebody's entire reputation in the field.
And believe me, like some of the shit that I heard from some of the people, one in particular, that I could say. But I fucking kept my mouth shut.
He didn't like run up and rip anybody's powdered wig off or anything.
Right, exactly.
You can dig a tree up.
But
But if you get pissed off at a kid, do you tell him that there's no Santa? Because it's the same thing.
It's just a dick move. That's all it is. A dick move. And trying to hide behind. Well, he did his due diligence and went and found out the fucking truth.
We already knew the fucking truth. Who didn't know besides Lori? And nothing against Lori. She's a sweet girl and everything.
Yes, Lori's fucking a very nice person.
Who didn't know that there wasn't a Bigfoot under that fucking tree? Everybody knew.
Lori Simmons.
Yeah, except who?
Well, I'm sure she's got followers that believe her every word.
Right. I understand that, but why
people believe Matt Johnson?
Why go to that extent to spite
don't.
somebody? I mean,
why not just explain to her, for instance, that trees can't grow on open caverns beneath the ground? They need soil to anchor to.
Right.
But see, here's the deal. Like, now you're telling me that the guy dug up the tree.
I saw Avatar.
You're saying the guy dug up the tree. So now, I thought the tree was much larger. Like, if a person can go out there and dig it up, then it's not a big enough tree to begin with.
It was a tree.
It was a big tree, I thought. But he did dig it up. That's all I know.
He did,
sure
and now he's writing a paper about it.
I'm sure it's all in the paper.
But wasn't it in like a state park or something?
Yeah, it was on public land.
I mean, that's illegal.
The paper should be titled "How I Wish My Dick Still Went Into."
You can't just
Lori's
go digging
pussy.
up trees in public grounds. Like that's against the law.
But yet he did.
Well, then this story is going to continue.
I hope it does. I hope it carries on forever. It's the
not only did he dig up a tree to spite somebody, he did it on public land, which is an illegal act. And then he admitted to it publicly.
I would like to officially encourage Lori Simmons to prosecute to the full extent of the law.
Well, she can't because
but she could
file a formal complaint.
Right, the people in the know that take care of the public land. Because hey,
Jesus,
fuck off!
Would you listen to yourselves?
Fuck
Why
off.
are you all on her side? She's been duping people.
No, listen. It's not about her side, his side.
It's about
the morality of the fucking the shit.
How far do you go with something like that? And that was just, it was a dick move.
Well, now hold on. You said that this is fair. You're saying Lori's been duping people.
Yeah.
Based on what?
Based on the fact that she's been telling people that there's a Bigfoot living under a tree.
Okay,
and there isn't.
now
she really believed that.
But she believes it. So how is it duping?
Oh, she doesn't believe
Oh,
it.
bullshit. Have you not followed Lori Simmons? I happen to know who Lori Simmons was before she went out with Adam Davies or anything. Like, she was part of the Bigfoot community. I knew who her fucking dad was. She believes the shit.
She believes it. I agree.
He tore her fucking world apart by ripping that tree down. I will guarantee that.
Agree.
All right. We shall agree to disagree.
I don't believe she tried to dupe anybody. I think she really believed what she said.
I've spoken to her.
People do
many times.
Oh yeah,
live, not like through chat. I've actually spoken to her.
And whether we disagree with what she believed,
and I told her adamantly, I don't buy it.
There ain't no fucking
sorry
Bigfoot under that tree.
I don't buy it. And she respected that.
I mean, it's like Claudia. She's not trying to dupe anybody.
No, Claudia believes exactly what she's saying.
Right.
And we've had her on the show, and I guarantee she believes it. But we treated her with respect. She treats us with respect. And she'll come back on the show if we ask her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just tagged us all in a fucking Christmas post.
Yeah, I know.
That was hilarious. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm still.
So was there another update, Richard?
Yeah, there was.
Let's get past this dillweed.
Yeah, because I'm gonna fucking pop off on you.
There was an update to the Rick Dyer thing.
Oh, yeah.
There's a Rick Dyer thing.
Yeah, his ding-a-ling.
This was quite amusing. It had nothing to do with Bigfoot, but it was quite an amusing
Yeah,
story.
there's no Bigfoot tie-in unless somebody had some big feet. Wait a minute, weren't like sissy boys involved? So Matt, I could be wrong. There could be some big hairy feet involved.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, this is a good story, Matt.
You're gonna love this.
You want to refresh the story so Matt gets a full...
yes, Richard. Please bring Matt up to speed, if you will.
So we were all listening last a couple of weeks ago when this story broke. Rick Dyer went out to Thailand, met a 19-year-old girl.
Wait.
Yes, this is where
a 19-year-old quote girl unquote.
I think the whole trans thing. I don't know. I haven't seen any.
It's Thailand. That's what they're known for. I mean,
Thailand.
Go on.
It does. Anyway, so he went out to Thailand. He met this girl. He came back, told his wife he was leaving her. His girlfriend was pregnant. Blah blah blah. It was this big drama. Both Rick and Lily were posting videos daily about it. And he was actually doing a live stream when she just walked into the house and threw him out. It was pretty fucking funny.
Sorry.
That's the shit right there.
You know what? I don't believe it.
You think it's it's a work?
It's all theatrics.
It's a work.
No, Matt might be right because of the update that I'm about to announce. That he was going to leave Lily. He'd been scammed by that Taiwanese girl. It was this whole big thing. Now he's making loads of apology videos, and they're going to work their marriage out.
Oh, how special!
We can work it out. We can work it out.
Connect him with his fans on a personal level.
Try to see it my way
before he does his next great.
She was young and she had a nice tight little ass.
You might be right, Matt. You might just be right. You can read people really well, so
I really don't think he's going to do another Bigfoot scam.
Oh, well, the last time I spoke with him on the telephone, he said he was going to. Yeah. Now, I know it's Rick Dyer, so it's hard to believe anything that he says, but he said that he had one grand hoorah left in him. He had this plan that he was orchestrating, and it would take years to develop. And it was like going to tie back to like the car lot he worked at in Florida.
And the Taiwanese girl.
Well, he didn't say anything like that. I mean, we didn't. The conversation didn't go much farther than like, oh, cool. You know, like.
Why are you talking on the phone with Rick Dyer? Just out of curiosity.
Here we go. Here we go.
It's really not an appropriate story for the public.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what show you're on?
Someone was hanging out with Rick, and they called me, and I answered.
Oh, okay.
And I was on the phone with Rick Dyer.
I've spoken in person to Rick Dyer, not in person, but on the phone, and
right.
I mean, I've done it, but I was trying to investigate, and he knew what I was doing.
But Steve was he mistakenly called him like a 900 number, and Steve was like, "So, what are you wearing?"
You know, but the funny thing about it was that since it was set up the way it was, where I was just like randomly called or whatever, Rick didn't have anything to hide.
Well, Steve always said that when he spoke to Rick, that Rick was.
Oh, he was pretty open. Yeah. He's not admitting to anything, nefarious, but he's kind of alluding to it. You know what I mean? He's not really.
Oh no, he's
not hiding shit.
It was wide open with me. I mean, but this
Rick,
was why do you do this? I mean, like you've had like the FBI called to your house. You like all these weirdos have like threatened your family and everything, and it's all just so you can like get a good one over on the Bigfoot world. He's like, no, have you seen how much fucking money I make off of it? Yeah. He's like, that's why I do it.
And again, now that YouTube has changed, you haven't seen him do that shit lately.
Well, he put out a video not too long ago.
Did he?
Yeah,
I don't follow Rick.
His typical return video where he comes back and tells everybody in the Bigfoot world that they're idiots and Bigfoot's not real. He did one of those.
Oh, okay. And that's usually how it starts.
Yeah. Right.
Wait a minute. So is Fasano back from retirement officially?
Yeah.
Oh,
Retirement from what?
has anybody talked? Has anybody talked to him?
No,
I've
he won't
reached
talk to
out a
us.
couple of times. He won't respond to my messages.
Yeah, he wouldn't respond to mine either.
I really desperately want to get him back on the show with Phil again.
Oh, I want Fasano versus Poling. I want it. 2019.
So
That
Tim,
Fortean
if you're
Slip
listening-
presents.
If you're listening, Tim,
Do it.
yeah.
It's fucking
What do you got tonight,
It's a
man?
no holds barred podcast match.
Oh, a podcast match. I thought you were somehow going to orchestrate like a pay-per-view
actual
boxing
fight?
event. Yeah.
If we could do that, that'd be awesome.
I mean, that would be pretty well matched, but
I think
as far as like debating over wow, good luck on getting
drinking
Pisano to sign up for that one.
That's what I said. Yeah, he'll never sign on for it.
but he might.
Phil's down.
Yeah, of course. Really?
Phil said, "You get it done, I'll fucking be there."
Just tell me when to stop.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'd love to do it. It'd be great. We did do when we had Fasano on the first time. Richard created a Bigfoot trivia game, and we had
I loved it.
we had Steve and Fasano fucking square off. It was fucking, oh god, it was magic.
It was magic. It really was.
I wasn't a fan of the second time we
It was
interviewed him.
fixed.
Yeah,
Well,
the second time we interviewed him, that was the time that you two got on politics, and fucking it got nasty. Politics, and then fucking racism, and then I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, where are you guys going with this shit? Ugh.
Yeah. The two of you went fucking off the rails, but I couldn't not let it go on. Like
You gotta let it go.
it was too much fun listening to him scream at you.
Yes, that was a fun show.
It warmed the cockles of my heart. Truly
I
did
like
miss
the
you.
Patrick and Mr. Mon interview where Steve went ape shit. That was pretty.
I
cool.
didn't think I was that bad, to be honest with you. I thought I was asking fair questions.
That was the one that Matt barged in.
Yeah, I think I kind
Fucking-
of kicked in the door on that one.
Just kicked out the door and was
Have
like,
you ever seen? Wait a minute. Have you ever seen Kentucky Fried Movie?
Yeah.
When Big John Slade crashes through the wall to fuck the guy's wife.
Yeah. I
That
show
was-
up like the fucking Kool-Aid man.
Oh yeah. Fucking Matt comes through the wall and just is like, what the fuck is going on here?
Well,
That is one of the only times you've ever like messaged me, dude. Fucking let me on. Where the fuck
tag
are
me
you?
in.
Dude, it's me, Dave. And I'm just like, Dave's not here, man. Wait a minute. Let me get the sound effects.
Ah,
Dave's not here, man.
Well, whenever somebody's speaking with a half bit of intelligence and believing absolute bullshit at the same time, that's one of my triggers. Like, if you're going to believe just like complete and total bullshit, you have to be stupid. And like, he doesn't really come across like a stupid guy.
no. I think there was more to that game, his game. And then not long after that, him and Johnson had a falling out, and that was that. I mean, so I don't know. I don't know what Epistemon's game was, but probably just to ride the coattails, I'm guessing.
I know if you really want to piss him off, say the Bigfoot portal is a rip-off of Bigfoot evidence. He really doesn't like that at all.
There's a Bigfoot portal website. Is that it?
Yeah, it's his Bigfoot evidence clone site.
Well, aren't all Bigfoot?
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, like,
kind of clones of Bigfoot evidence. Aren't they all? Because that was the first big one.
I mean, I have like alerts set up on my Google Mail, so I get like articles that have the word Bigfoot and Sasquatch or whatever. And do you know how many articles I see with the exact same title I put on them being posted on other websites as like their own original article?
Yeah. Well,
and we're all drawing from the same pool. So, I mean, it's much easier just to go to one place and grab everything than it is to track it down on your own. So I don't really care.
Yeah. Fuck it.
He does.
And maybe that was his game in the beginning. Maybe he was just getting ready to start his own shit. I don't know. I still don't get epistemon at all.
Richard.
Yeah.
Is Brent in the chat?
He was. I think he's gone off in a hook now.
Really?
Yeah? Okay. Well, this is what I want you to tell him. If he wants to come on the show.
Yeah.
And relay his side of the story, because he's sitting in the fucking chat room saying we weren't in a relationship. Well, that's not what we're hearing. So if he wants to come on the show and relay his side of the fucking story, I'm more than willing to let him.
Dude, you can't tell me they weren't in a relationship when he's that adamant about fucking her life over. You know what I mean? That is a relationship issue.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it to me, it doesn't wash. It comes off like fucking the woman who gets killed and her body gets fucking mutilated, and it's because it was a fucking crime of passion.
And wasn't there an announcement? I mean, they talked about.
Well, I mean, has she done anything to him?
She went fucking dark. I have fucking tried to message her. I was like, I just wanted to see if she was okay.
Well, I mean,
she posted a few long-winded posts on Facebook about how much of a cock he was, and then went dark.
But after he dug up the tree.
No, not since he's dug up the tree. No.
Yeah. So if he would like to relay his side of the story, Steve and I would love to hear it.
I would like to know how many man hours he put into doing it.
Yeah, like
I mean, because that's some anger.
That's an engineering feat right there.
That's what I'm saying. You don't get that angry over something unless there was something, something like a relationship involved. You just don't get that angry. You don't go dig up somebody's tree to prove them wrong.
Do you know how pissed off I would have to be to dig up a tree?
I mean,
dude,
you and I
work, man. You ever used a shovel?
Yeah. You and I have worked.
They make people dig ditches as a punishment for a fucking reason.
You and I have worked on busting hoaxes before. Would you ever go up and dig up Lori Simmons' tree just to prove her wrong?
No.
Fuck no. There's got to be more involved in it than that. Got to be.
And since the whole thing has been fucking public, because I just happened to skirt back through the chat to see what he was saying.
I'm not allowed.
Yes, you're not allowed. Stay the fuck out of it.
He does it anyway.
But you know what, Steve Alcorn?
Yes, sir.
I also wouldn't bother wasting the time driving to a location to show that there's no Bigfoot portals there.
Right. I wouldn't do that either. I mean,
yet some people in the community are commended for it.
Amazing work you've done.
You don't have to prove that the Bigfoot portal doesn't exist. It's just fucking common sense.
And if you painted that motherfucker yellow, wouldn't he look like a cast member for The Simpsons?
I don't know who you're speaking of, but
I do.
Doesn't he? Like he would fit right in.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I know who you're talking about.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah,
I remember his man. What do you mean?
I don't think he's going to respond to me.
Oh, Brent?
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have to listen. He doesn't have to come on the show tonight. I'm saying if he wants to come on, Steve and I are more than willing. Steve, I don't want to speak out of turn. Would you have him on the show?
Yeah, absolutely. But
so
and Brent will treat you fair. I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah, we say some shit, but we want to.
I can only make
now
my
that we know
judgments.
about it.
I can only make my judgments by what's fucking being put out there.
Right.
So sorry to put this one on you, Richard, but
we still think
Richard is where I get my information from.
Yeah.
Well, he is a good source.
Oh God, we get our information from Richard.
So
no, Richard's in the community, man.
he is.
Well,
He's
Richard-
embedded.
Yeah, he's embedded. We're not embedded anymore.
Not so
So-
much anymore.
So
We've
listen.
been debedded.
So listen. So I totally say that was the biggest. That pussy was good, and I'm pissed off that it's gone.
By the way, Lori is also welcome to come on the show.
Absolutely, I would have her on in a fucking second. And
Yeah.
I told her I would never. I didn't want her to come on, the show because of, it was just conflicting views, and there's never really there was no point, But she was always very respectful of how, what my beliefs are on the whole subject. She was never, no, she was just like, that's fine. Like, I wish I could prove different to you. She was actually going to fucking take me and my ex-wife around Portland, Oregon
Ah, nice.
when we were out there. That was fucking hilarious. But we never did get in touch with her. So, but yeah. So I'm more than willing to have Brent on and talk to him. That is not a problem at all.
And give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
listen. It's what are the facts? What are the facts? Because we all know there's her story, his story, and the fucking truth.
Well, we know that he dug up a tree.
We know he dug up a tree.
Admittedly, dug up a
that's
tree.
on the record.
Yeah, and then wrote a paper about it. So
That's right. And I'm pretty sure it's not like that documentary, The Innocent Man, where like the guy actually tells us his confession was a dream that he had, and then the police just taped it and used it.
And I do want to know, if there wasn't a relationship, why is he so intent on digging this tree up and destroying somebody in that manner? It doesn't.
I was like obsessed with Matthew Johnson for like 2 years, and I'm pretty sure I never slept with him.
Yeah, but you didn't go dig up his fucking tree.
I would have.
Okay, all right. How many times have I heard that? Wait a minute. Wait. How many times have I heard that they were in a relationship, Richard?
I mean, it is definitely going around the community.
Okay, all right. And wasn't there a night that? And I'm gonna throw you under the bus right now. Fucking throw you right under the fucking bus.
Like an American bus or one of those British double-decker?
The double-deckers.
Oh, man.
Abso-fucking-lutely. He isn't getting no fucking Harry Potter save on this one.
Right.
No, dude, you fucking threw me under. I told you something in secret once, and it got right back to the fucking person that fucking I told you about, and they fucking messaged me. So
is that Phil thing?
Yeah.
Are you still mad about that?
Yeah. When I tell you something that's in confidence, yeah.
Bitter.
Yeah, absolutely. And this wasn't in confidence. This happened in a fucking hangout.
Well, are you gonna do it, or are you just gonna whinge about it?
Fucking Russ Mock, fuck off. Russ Mock asked you about it, and you said about them being in a relationship.
Yeah, and I'd heard that they were.
And he went on Facebook and posted about it.
Yeah.
And it went.
I'm not disputing that they were in a relationship. I'm saying that.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that Brent is.
Right.
Which is very plainly obvious in the chat if you go back.
Yeah.
Okay, but look,
Oh, wait, he's back. He's back.
Hey, Brent.
He's back. Hi, Brent.
Let's keep this in mind. Perhaps it's one of those situations.
It was an open relationship
where they weren't in a relationship. He was just fucking her.
Friends with benefits.
I'm just throwing it out there. I mean,
hey, it happens.
Hey, since Brent's back in the chat, was there or was there not any sort of
No. Ask him if he wants to be on a show, and if he wants to be on a show, we should keep it fresh.
I would like to have him on for more than just a few minutes, though.
Yeah, because I don't want to sit and do this for another fucking
not
hour.
Tonight. I meant next week.
Not
when
with
I'm on
me
the show.
Yeah, Matt will pop a fucking blood vessel in his goddamn head. I don't want to give Matt his first stroke and or heart attack.
Yeah,
and if
Brent
we're
Bill's
wrong,
name already brings up red flags with me. So like,
if we're wrong about this, we'll sit here and hash it out and figure it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So yeah, Brent, you are invited on the show either next week or the week after, whenever, to tell your side of the story, since I can't tell it right, and I don't think Chris is right.
Oh, whoa. Wait a minute. There are two other people in this fucking conversation right now who both have the same view as I do.
Okay, I never talked to Matt, so it doesn't matter, really.
Oh, Matt, you don't matter. I would like you to know,
Matt is a Washington
Post.
I was fucking published, damn it.
Matt Knapp doesn't matter.
But we don't travel in the same social circles.
No, Richard, understand something. This man, Matt, do you currently still run Bigfoot Evidence?
Yeah.
Okay. He runs Bigfoot fucking Evidence. He was in the Washington Post as an accredited Bigfoot researcher.
That's right.
This is a Bigfoot quote unquote research subject. Okay. And you're going to tell me, you dumb motherfucker, that he doesn't matter?
I didn't mean it like, we never talked.
That fucking nap.
We haven't previously discussed this topic.
So what's it gonna, matter in the long run if he disagrees with me? Because we hardly ever talk, and it'll probably be another year before.
All right. So forget Matt out of the equation then, since you want to dismiss him and throw him in the corner.
Well, now we've crossed a little bit of a line. What fucking circle do you run in then?
A jerk.
Like, since we don't run in the same circles,
the one where you come on the cracker.
Like, what circle is it that I'm in exactly?
You're in like the Bigfoot Outlaws circles.
The 7th level of no, motherfucker. I own the Bigfoot Outlaws. I created it. It's the name of my podcast.
That's the circle you're in.
It's not a circle.
Well, that you've got fans, haven't you?
Well, yeah, don't you?
No.
I've got like.
Do you still write your blog?
No.
No, he gave that up instead to go into the wonderful world of cartooning.
Well, you put your cartoons out there. I've seen those.
Yep.
Here, you know what? I'll just fucking go unfriend you. How about that?
Oh, dude.
Well, fuck it. We don't talk. Fuck it. Why do I got you on there?
Dude, I was just teasing. Come on.
You're going to give fucking Richard a panic attack. Oh, God.
We do.
No, Richard, we don't talk like we used to, and it's my fault, and I apologize, and I still hold you in high regard. I don't talk to Chris anymore. I don't talk to Steve anymore.
Yeah, what the hell?
I love doing the show with you guys. It's great. I'm glad I was invited to be on here tonight.
But fuck you.
But fuck off.
Fuck your moose.
Oh, so Chris has been paying attention.
He's a secret fan. He just doesn't want to admit it.
I mean, the Brent Dill thing, my opinion is he was either fucking or he wasn't.
Yeah,
and the answer to that question is all I need to know about the rest of it.
So, Brent, we are asking you, do you want to be on the show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Straight up.
Why don't you just fucking put it in the chat? You are the producer.
I am.
Yeah. That's your job.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll just do that.
How'd you manage to get Mick West? Did you just like...
I literally sent him an email.
So Mick on the show. Why don't you come on the show?
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
No. Without sending the email, because that's basically what you just did to Brent.
Well, if Mick listened to the show, that's how I would have got him on. Yeah.
If
Mick West listens to this show.
I don't slam fucking Brent if he barely listens to the show. You know,
no, he's a loyal slipper. He's here every week.
So he knows. He's known because we've talked about this this before. So he knows.
Been my fucking soup du jour for a while. Like fucking, goddamn. You think I'm letting go of this fucking goddamn cutting down the tree bit anytime soon?
It's pretty awesome, and that's what I like the story.
I mean, Brent. For the record, I'm not letting go of that. Like anytime I can throw a fucking did he cut her fucking tree down story reference into the story, I'm gonna fucking do it.
Little George Washington.
That's right.
He cannot tell a lie.
But Brent couldn't tell a lie, so he posted videos and wrote a paper. Yeah. Awesome. So if he wants to come on, he's more than fucking welcome. But I mean, I'm not gonna change. You know how I discuss it. If he's a fan of this show, he knows how we are. Hell, we fucking beat the shit out of each other.
We do. We're known for it.
Oh, if I would have cut somebody's tree down, holy fuck. You guys would have been all over me, man.
Oh my god.
We still haven't let the Norm Glasser thing go, man.
Yeah. Bringing that up every way. Dude, you're
Norm Glasser.
You're big.
Yeah, who's that, right, Matt?
I don't know no Norm Glasser.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a question if you want to bring up Norm Glasser. Where is he now, motherfuckers?
That's right.
Actually, I saw him posting in one of the paranormal groups not that long ago.
Really?
It's a fake Norm Glasser.
Yeah, it can't be the real one.
Norm Glasser 2.
Well, we put him out of and I have to give credit where credit due. Adam Bird. Yes. This is when I figured it out. We put him out of business pretty quick, didn't we? We all did. So
yeah. Look at you solid researchers.
Listen, we did it the right way.
Wait, shut the fuck up. Who were steadfastly behind Mr. Glasser, and then when you found out that it was bullshit, went oh fuck, what are we doing?
No, we jumped on it in case it were true.
That's right.
To ride that fucking wave.
That's right. I'm not going to lie about it.
How you did that. Dude, that was you pining for the most sympathy on your end of I was trying to make money on this shit.
That's what
I'm just saying that's what it was. Like we jumped on it before somebody else could.
Right.
And then we started investigating it.
And part of the equation was to make money. Sure.
If I could jump on something tomorrow and put it on YouTube and have it go fucking viral, do you fucking think I wouldn't?
Well, you might consider sending a tree to Lori Simmons. It would at least get your foot in the door.
Send her a bonsai tree.
Oh, God.
With like a tape recorder under it that moans.
Oh, God, man.
It was a CD of those Halloween sounds.
Oh, God. I'm going straight to hell.
Have we gotten any response from Brent yet?
Yeah, he's down. He's up for being on the show next week.
Does he have a decent mic?
Pissed off at us?
Oh, yeah, we'll have to go through the usual shenanigans of, how does Google Hangouts work? We go through with every guest. But...
Right. Yeah, is he pissed off?
I think he's mad at me. I don't think he's mad at you.
Oh, good. Yeah, because you're the one with all the...
That's how we want it.
Makes sense, because I'm the only one on his side, but, whatever.
That's right.
Not bitter about it, but,
listen, that's how it works.
You know how many people I've investigated over the years who've later, thanked me? It's so funny. Even Rick Dyer called me, what, a weasel? But in private, he's like, man, you're a great investigator. And I appreciate what you're trying to do.
That's funny because Phil Poling came out in public and said that you were a great investigator. And in private, he says you're a piece of shit.
Probably true. It's funny, I have a weird ability to make my enemies my friends.
Oh, wait a minute. Phil said you were a fine investigator.
Fine. That's right.
He's a fine investigator.
That's right.
And you know why I don't do that no more, right?
There's no money in it.
Because you You
was
aren't
never
allowed
any
to
money
stalk
in it.
young women anymore?
No.
Oh.
No.
You got distracted with 14-inch hogs.
I don't know why I show up every week. I don't do it anymore because it doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter how much.
14-inch hogs?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter the facts you put out. People are still going to believe the way they want to believe.
That's why I stopped
Amen.
blogging. It was a waste of time.
It was
That's right. It's not a waste of time.
No,
There needs to be
here's the
somebody
thing.
out there.
Here's the thing. Your blog got a shit ton of response. And in my opinion, and this is my opinion only, you were foolish to stop doing it. You were getting good page views. People liked, they liked your the edge you had. And people like that shit.
And we're not allowed to use the word cunt in this country, and you
That's
are.
right.
So.
I can't say cunt.
No.
But you can say cunt.
I got blackballed from the Bigfoot world for like 6 months for saying the word cunt.
Matt is the only person to get edited off of this show.
Yeah. And you know what? That's funny you should mention that.
No. Wait. And that's fucking hilarious because I'm the one that would say the worst shit.
Yeah. But I called her a cunt. That's what got me into trouble.
Oh my god.
But you know what I didn't do, no matter how pissed off I was at her?
Dig
That's
up
right.
a tree.
I didn't dig up a fucking tree.
Oh, man. So where is she nowadays? I haven't seen it hiding her hair, that woman. You see anything from her lately, Matt?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, she disappeared.
Probably got
Disappeared.
probably somewhere drinking. She don't. Oh, I won't go. Never mind.
Yeah, and we don't need to say her name. All I can say about her is that the night I met her in a hangout, I messaged Steve, and I think Matt
I'm laughing because I remember this.
there. And as soon as she started talking to me, I went, "I am going to see exactly how far I can take this." And
you could.
And I just want it on the record that I said this to you right now.
You could have taken it much further too.
And within a day, let's just say
Within 24 hours.
I was sent some rather naughty pictures.
Bigfoot erotica.
For the record, I'm sure that she sent naughty pictures to several other researchers.
Oh, absolutely.
Got them loaded up, ready to go.
Hence why I said to you both, I'm pretty sure it was to both of you, I am definitely going to see how far I can take this. This is hilarious.
Good old days.
This totally sucks because I've got no idea who you're talking about.
Well, I'll tell you after the show.
You probably wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know
Won't
if you were
be during the show.
Yeah, no, we will not be mentioning the name. Yeah. Names have been changed to protect the innocent or guilty.
We said some pretty bad things about people, so to get edited out.
Hey, people say pretty bad things about me.
That's right.
Yeah.
Stephen Struford, for one, is constantly singing your praises.
Well, if you recall my Simpsons reference earlier.
See, I on the other hand,
I see it now.
I on the other hand, Matt, have always seen him as a Muppet that should be up in the balcony.
God.
I can agree with that.
Fucking guy, he is a cartoon character, Steven Stroifer. He's a fucking cartoon character.
Pillar of the Bigfoot community.
Yeah, pillar. Amazing things that man's done. Amazing things. Yep.
The guy.
He's the man. Sells the books. He sells.
But he doesn't use people's belief in Bigfoot to make money like I do.
Listen.
At Bigfoot Books.
That's right. Matt,
In the heart of
Willow
Bigfoot country.
listen,
Running the Bluff Creek
Matt,
Project.
Matt,
but whatever.
he sells the books that makes the whole world cry.
If you're not making a little bit of money doing what you like doing, then why are you doing it? I mean, this I don't make any money on, obviously, but we only do it once a week. It's not like it's my entire life. But Bigfoot Evidence, Bigfoot Crossroads, Bigfoot Outlaws Radio, that's
Steve,
you
don't need to explain to everybody that you don't put any effort into this show.
No, I don't put shit into this show.
Case in point, the conversation we had right before the show started.
I don't remember it.
Why do you always send me shit news, Steve? Well, you could always find your own news stories, Steve.
Yeah, fuck that. I used to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those were dark times.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
I actually had good quality news, but whatever.
Whatever.
But you wouldn't fucking copy and paste them over to a text document, would you, Steve? Which I bet is one of the reasons you don't fucking do it anymore.
I still don't copy and paste them.
We've had that conversation so many times.
No, because Richard still sends him the links.
Yeah, Richard sends me the links 2 minutes before the show starts. Yeah, like I got time to do that shit.
Oh, it's so rough to do.
I know.
I mean, it will take you a whole 30 seconds.
I got to open a text document. Then I got to hit copy, select all if I want it the quicker way. Then hit copy, then paste. Then I got to put the title in there so I know which title. I mean, it's some work, man.
Oh, Steve, I understand. I understand.
I ain't got time for that shit.
I understand.
Who does, Steve? Who does?
Well, you do.
You've got fucking
Me.
driftwood art. You've got driftwood art to make, and then palette.
I don't do that anymore. I don't do driftwood
and
art.
then a blog to write, and
I
then
don't do that either.
oh,
I am an entrepreneur.
an entrepreneur.
We have a strict zero tolerance policy for what he does for a living.
Is that some kind of a strange Danish? An entrepreneur?
No.
Is being an eBay reseller really considered entrepreneurship?
Oh, don't get him started.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, here's the deal. I did it for 3 years myself.
See?
I sold haunted items on eBay.
Yeah.
So, like, this is a subject I know about.
This was back.
And I'm in full support of what you do, but calling yourself an entrepreneur is kind of pushing the envelope on it.
No, I don't believe that.
Okay.
I don't believe that at all.
Well, did you come up with the business plan and format?
Sure. I shit cheap and I sell it for more money.
Well, that's been done before, Steve.
Well,
You
that's
didn't invent
my
that.
business plan.
That's the foundation of capitalist economy, yeah.
It's the foundation of fucking eBay.
So basically, you did what everybody else has done before you.
That's right.
Oh.
Does that make me less of an entrepreneur or less of a business owner than anybody else?
No, it makes you a business owner. Absolutely.
That's right.
I was never questioning the fact that you own a business.
There's no Bay like Steve Bay.
That's right.
I saw on Amazon too, by the way.
Well, Steve Amazon.
How does that work out? Does that do good?
Yeah, it does well. It's harder, but it does well.
Yeah, and then when Amazon finds out that people are making stuff and selling them and doing well, they rip it off and sell it cheaper.
Yeah.
But there are occasions where Amazon does come in on a listing, yes. But it's not most of the stuff I sell now.
Amazon's the new evil empire.
What was it? There was something. Oh my god.
If you're in online sales and you don't at least consider selling on Amazon, you need to reconsider.
There was something that I had to purchase, and I mean, it was like a
dick pump,
a connector or an adapter or something. I mean, like it was like nothing. I don't even remember what it was, but just a cheap little wire part. Mm-hmm. We're talking like less than $2. And tell me, on Amazon, their brand wasn't the top selling one.
Of course it was.
Like they're making a part that's like ridiculous.
When Amazon gets on a listing, obviously they're gonna be the one that shows up on the
right. But I'm just saying it wasn't like a high demand product or anything.
Doesn't matter.
It was just interesting that's like one of the things that they chose to sell.
Because what they probably did is they looked at the statistical data.
Yes.
and they were like, we will sell enough of these to make it worth our time.
Well, Amazon buys things, probably a lot of that's comes straight from China. So
I'm not questioning. You think I'm going to question the richest man in existence?
No, I wouldn't.
No, he knows what he's doing.
Well, I don't think he's in on the day-to-day operations as far as what they're selling and not. But
really, Steve,
he's not sitting there saying, we're going to sell this car.
He doesn't get an email in the morning with the billions of items listed that day.
No, of course not.
Do you think that? Do you think
he's in
that
one of them rooms with like surrounded with monitors, and he's just spinning around in a chair, checking everything?
Do you think that when gold diggers get around Jeff Bezos, they just drip down their fucking pant legs?
Probably so. I would.
I'd come in my pants.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be worth it.
But then again, we're not supposed to talk about any of this on this show. So
We're not?
no, that's the rule you made.
I'm not allowed to talk about...
I'm a special guest, Steve. I'm the one that brought it up. So
All right, cool.
Yeah. And this is a bullshit show, Steve. This is not like you bringing up your eBay on the Krampus show. Or
because he happened to have like a Krampus doll listed at that time.
well, I was just throwing out the Krampus.
I don't have it. I do have a Gremlins doll listed, but no,
he's got a Krampus butt plug.
And I'd like to add that, in all fairness, I was asked about my podcast before I talked about it.
He was by the chat room.
Why is somebody saying shit? Is somebody talking shit?
Probably. I don't know.
Fuck. Anyhow, I think we're gonna end this fucking bitch, guys.
No news?
We went a little. What the fuck do we need news for, Steve? We had Matt Knapp.
All
We
that
are the
research
news.
that Richard did.
We talked about Todd Standing
Yeah.
and what's going on with him now. We talked about a fucking, a horrific event where pussy destroyed a man so bad.
Allegedly. Remember, we're safe if we put the word allegedly in front.
Oh
of it.
yeah,
He just doesn't want me to do the bumper in front of Matt. That's why he's saying no to the news.
Do it anyway.
no, no. So, and what else did we talk about? We brought something else up too.
Rick Dyer.
Oh, the Rick Dyer stuff. So yeah, we've had news. It was a Bigfoot show.
Mostly.
It was mostly a Bigfoot show, but we talked about all kinds of things. It was special, Richard.
Special.
That's right. I'm glad you could join us, Richard.
No problem.
For what how much.
Even though we're not friends anymore.
Yeah, and Matt will be
Entirely
defending
different
you
circles.
within minutes after the show. So if you want to get anything to him, he's going to block you.
Better hurry.
Should have already sent it.
Matt's like, I did that shit minutes ago.
I got a mouse, motherfucker.
That British motherfucker ain't talking to me.
Oh, jeez. Don't go there.
Oh, boy.
Oh shit.
I brought that up on the show last night.
Oh, good.
I did. I seriously did, because I was talking about how we all used to get into the hangouts together. David, myself, you, Matt, Steve, Richter, the whole bunch of us.
Ugh.
Yeah, exactly. And
Jeffrey Kelly.
I was talking about. All right.
You said Richter, motherfucker, so I get to say
did.
Jeffrey.
No, absolutely. You get to. No. I this just came through, and I gotta give it to him. I fucking God damn it, Brent. No tree was harmed during this podcast. Fuck you, Brent. Line of the show. Brent Dill.
I think we should end the show every way.
That's right.
That's the new Mick West, man.
That's classic. This has been the Fortean Slip, episode 58. Cryptids and aliens and, well, no ghosts. Oh my. There was none of that shit. If you like this shit, hit the little thumbs up button. If you don't, hit the little thumbs down button. Leave a comment. Subscribe. Check out Matt Knapp at
Just
YouTube.
check me out.
Yeah.
Just check me out.
Just check him out. If you're walking down the street and you see Matt Knapp, you happen to be in Oklahoma.
if you happen to be in the 918 area.
And by the way, Matt, after watching the documentary An Innocent Man, I will never be coming to Oklahoma.
What documentary is that?
Well, it's on Netflix. Just if you get a chance, check it out.
I vaguely know what you're talking about now.
And then you'll understand why I just said that. Check them out at youtube.com/bigfootcrossroads and look for Matt's new podcast coming out. I don't know when, and he probably doesn't either. Check out
True statement.
Hey, I call him how I see him, buddy. Check out Richard's comic strip, which he likes to post to during the show. Bigfootin' with Keith and Colin on Facebook. Check out the now defunct, barely monetized Fun Ruiner channel, youtube.com/parabreakdown. And as always, check out Dred Funn, who was a good time on the show as well.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, fucking Fred is awesome. At dredfun.com and youtube.com/dredfun. He's posted some pretty awesome shit. I sent my son tonight his time lapse of the xenomorph queen from Aliens. And it's fucking awesome. So, and are we doing fucking Brent next week?
Apparently so.
All right. So
all right, we're holding you to it, Brent.
We look forward to talking to Brent. And I mean, I know it won't get to her, but Lori is more than welcome to come on and give her her version of things. And for the record, I just want to state for everybody involved, it's because this shit was made public that I even talk about it. I would not be the person to go, oh, let's talk about this thing that's happening that no one knows about. So
I would.
I know you. So yeah, we'll be back next week with the rest of the story.
Really?
Yeah. All right, I'll take the hit on that one. That was complete fucking cheese. I'll give you that, Steve.
Mature cheddar right there.
Matt, always good talking to you.
Fucking
You too.
Judah.
All right. See ya.